Imagine having a secret power that could completely change your life. A power that doesn't require you to work harder or do more, but instead transforms you from the inside out. This is exactly what Neville Goddard's wisdom offers. His teachings aren't about fancy techniques or complicated strategies. They're about tapping into the incredible creator that already exists within you. By understanding and using Goddard's ideas, you can unlock a whole new world of wealth and make your wildest dreams come true. This might sound too good to be true, but stick with me, and I'll show you how this inner power can revolutionize your life, just like it has for countless others. Here's the thing. Most people are looking for change in all the wrong places. They think if they just work harder, network more, or find the right opportunity, everything will fall into place. But here's the hard truth. If you don't change what's going on inside your head and heart, nothing in your outside world will really change. This is why so many people struggle to get rich or achieve their big goals. They're trying to change their results without changing themselves first. It's like trying to get a different reflection in the mirror without changing what's in front of it. It just doesn't work. This is where Neville Goddard's teachings become so powerful. They show you how to make that crucial inner shift that leads to real, lasting change in your life. Before we dive deep into his wisdom, let's talk about who Neville Goddard was. Born in 1905 in Barbados, Goddard wasn't always a spiritual teacher. He started out as a dancer and moved to the United States as a young man. But he had a burning desire to understand the deeper truths of life. This led him on a spiritual journey that completely transformed his understanding of reality. Goddard became known for his powerful lectures and books that taught people how to use their imagination to create the life they wanted. At the heart of Goddard's teachings is a simple but revolutionary idea. Your imagination creates your reality. He believed that the world we see around us is actually a reflection of our inner thoughts and feelings. This means that if you want to change your life, you need to change your inner world first. Goddard taught that everyone has the power to do this, no matter who they are or where they come from. He showed people how to use their imagination not just for daydreaming, but as a powerful tool for shaping their actual experiences. Goddard often said, "Imagine and feel real what you want to experience in reality." This might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful when you really understand it. He wasn't talking about just thinking positive thoughts or making wish lists. He was talking about using your imagination to create such a vivid and real experience in your mind that your brain and body actually believe it's happening. When you do this, Goddard taught, you start to change on a deep level. And when you change, the world around you has to change too. Let's break this down with a simple example. Imagine you're scared of public speaking. Every time you think about giving a presentation, you imagine yourself stumbling over words, forgetting what to say, and seeing bored or annoyed faces in the audience. According to Goddard, by vividly imagining this scenario, you're actually creating that reality. Your body responds as if it's really happening. You get nervous, your palms sweat, your heart races. Then, when you actually give the presentation, you're primed to experience exactly what you imagined. But here's where it gets exciting. Goddard says you can use this same power to create positive outcomes. Instead of imagining the worst, you can vividly imagine giving a fantastic presentation. See yourself speaking confidently, the audience engaged and impressed. Feel the sense of accomplishment and pride. Do this enough, and you'll start to feel more confident even before the actual presentation. Your body language will change, your voice will be steadier, and you'll be more likely to give a great presentation in reality. Now let's apply this to wealth and success. Many people struggle financially because they're constantly imagining and feeling scarcity. They worry about bills, imagine their bank account empty, and feel stress about money all the time. According to Goddard, this is like planting seeds of scarcity that grow into real financial struggles. Instead, Goddard would encourage you to use your imagination to create a new financial reality. Vividly imagine having more than enough money. Feel the relief and joy of easily paying your bills. See yourself making wise investments, running a successful business, or excelling in your career. Imagine the feeling of financial freedom, of being able to travel, help others, and live comfortably. The key is to make these imaginations as real and vivid as possible. Don't just think about having money, really feel what it would be like. Imagine the weight of your wallet filled with cash, or the satisfaction of seeing a high balance in your bank account. Smell the leather seats in your new car, feel the sun on your face as you relax on your dream vacation. The more real you can make it in your imagination, the more power it has to shape your actual reality. You might be wondering how simply imagining something can have such a big impact on your real life. Well, modern science is starting to catch up with what Goddard taught decades ago. Research shows that your brain doesn't always distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what's actually happening. When you imagine something in detail, your brain fires in many of the same patterns as it would if you were actually experiencing that thing. This means that when you vividly imagine success and wealth, your brain starts to wire itself for success and wealth. You start to notice opportunities you might have missed before. You feel more confident, which changes how others respond to you. You make decisions from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. All of these small changes add up to big differences in your real-world results. Goddard often said, "Feeling is the secret." This is a crucial part of his teachings that many people miss. It's not enough to just visualize what you want. You need to feel it as if it's already real. This is because your feelings are like a magnet, attracting experiences that match them. If you want to be wealthy but constantly feel poor and stressed about money, you're sending mixed signals to the universe. Your feelings of lack are stronger than your thoughts of wealth, so you keep experiencing lack. To change this, Goddard taught people to combine vivid imagination with powerful feelings. Don't just picture yourself as wealthy. Feel how it would feel to be wealthy. Feel the peace of mind, the excitement, the generosity, the freedom. Let these feelings sink deep into your body. The more you can make yourself feel wealthy and successful now, the more you open yourself up to experiences of wealth and success in your real life. One of Goddard's most powerful techniques was what he called living from the end. This means living your day as if your desire has already come true. If you want to be a successful business owner, how would you think, feel, and act if you already were one? How would you carry yourself? What kind of decisions would you make? How would you treat others? By living from the end, you're not just daydreaming about a better future. You're actually stepping into that future now in your mind and emotions. This has a powerful effect on your actions and the opportunities you attract. You start making decisions and taking actions that align with your desired reality, which naturally leads you towards that reality. At the core of Goddard's teachings is the idea that your concept of yourself shapes everything in your life. If deep down you see yourself as someone who struggles with money, that's the experience you'll keep creating, no matter how much you try to think positively about wealth. Goddard taught that true, lasting change comes from changing your fundamental concept of who you are. This isn't always easy. We often have deeply ingrained beliefs about ourselves that we've held for years. But Goddard provided powerful techniques for reshaping your self-concept. One of the most effective is to imagine overhearing a conversation about yourself in your desired state. Imagine hearing friends or colleagues talking about how successful, wealthy, or accomplished you are. Really feel the pride and satisfaction of knowing they're talking about you. The more you practice this, the more your self-concept begins to shift. You start to see yourself as someone who is naturally successful and abundant. And when you truly see yourself this way, the outside world has no choice but to reflect that back to you. Goddard was clear that this isn't a quick fix or a magic spell. It requires persistence and faith. You need to keep imagining and feeling your desired reality even when your current circumstances don't match up. This can be challenging, but it's also where the real power lies. By maintaining your vision and feeling even in the face of contrary evidence, you're exercising true creative power. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust in the process, water it regularly, and know that in time, it will sprout. Similarly, when you plant a seed in your imagination, you need to nurture it with consistent attention and trust that it will manifest in its own time. It's natural to have doubts when you start practicing these techniques. Your logical mind might resist, telling you it's just daydreaming or wishful thinking. This is where many people give up, but Goddard taught that these doubts are just part of the process. He encouraged people to acknowledge their doubts, but not to dwell on them. Instead, gently bring your attention back to your desired end, feeling it as real. Remember, every great achievement in history started as someone's imagination. The phone you might be reading this on, the chair you're sitting in, the building you're in, all of these were once just ideas in someone's mind. By practicing Goddard's techniques, you're tapping into this same creative power that has shaped our world. Choose a desire. Start with something you really want to manifest in your life. It could be a specific amount of money, a dream job, or a successful business. Create a scene. Imagine a short scene that implies your desire has been fulfilled. For wealth, it might be looking at a bank statement with your desired balance or celebrating a business milestone. Make it vivid. Use all your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, touch? The more vivid and real you can make it, the more powerful it is. Feel it real. This is crucial. Really feel the emotions you would feel if this were happening now. Feel the joy, relief, excitement, or satisfaction. Practice regularly. Spend a few minutes each day, especially before sleep and upon waking, immersing yourself in this scene and these feelings. Live from the end. Throughout your day, ask yourself how you would think, feel, and act if your desire were already true. Then do that. Trust the process. Don't worry about the how. Your job is to plant the seed in your imagination and nurture it with your attention and feeling. Trust that the universe will take care of the details. Neville Goddard often said, "Feeling is the secret." This simple phrase holds a world of wisdom. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts or making wish lists. The real magic happens when you can feel the reality of your desire as if it's already true. This might sound strange at first, but it's a powerful tool for creating wealth and success in your life. Think about it this way: your feelings are like a magnet. They attract experiences that match them. If you want to be wealthy, but constantly feel poor and stressed about money, you're sending mixed signals to the universe. Your feelings of lack are stronger than your thoughts of wealth, so you keep experiencing lack. To change this, you need to combine your vivid imagination with powerful feelings. Don't just picture yourself as wealthy. Feel how it would feel to be wealthy. Feel the peace of mind that comes with financial security. Feel the excitement of being able to buy what you want without worry. Feel the joy of being generous with your loved ones. Feel the freedom of not being tied to a job you don't like. Let these feelings sink deep into your body. The more you can make yourself feel wealthy and successful now, the more you open yourself up to experiences of wealth and success in your real life. It's like tuning your inner radio to the frequency of abundance. When you're on that frequency, you start to notice opportunities you might have missed before. You make decisions from a place of confidence rather than fear. You attract people and situations that align with your new vibration of success. One of Goddard's most powerful techniques was what he called living from the end. This means living your day as if your desire has already come true. It's about stepping into the shoes of your future successful self and living from that place right now. Here's how it works. If you want to be a successful business owner, ask yourself how you would think, feel, and act if you already were one. How would you carry yourself? What kind of decisions would you make? How would you treat others? How would you start your day? What would your priorities be? By living from the end, you're not just daydreaming about a better future. You're actually stepping into that future now, in your mind and emotions. This has a powerful effect on your actions and the opportunities you attract. You start making decisions and taking actions that align with your desired reality, which naturally leads you towards that reality. For example, if you see yourself as a wealthy person, you might start taking better care of your finances. You might educate yourself about investments. You might network with successful people. You might carry yourself with more confidence. All of these actions, inspired by your new self-image, start to create real changes in your life. Remember, the outside world is a reflection of your inner world. When you change how you see yourself and how you feel about yourself, the world has no choice but to reflect that change back to you. It might not happen overnight, but if you persist in living from the end, you'll be amazed at how your reality starts to shift to match your new self-image. At the core of Goddard's teachings is the idea that your concept of yourself shapes everything in your life. This is perhaps the most important and transformative aspect of his wisdom. Your self-concept is like the foundation of a house. Everything else is built on top of it. If deep down you see yourself as someone who struggles with money, that's the experience you'll keep creating, no matter how much you try to think positively about wealth. If you see yourself as someone who's not good enough or doesn't deserve success, you'll unconsciously sabotage your efforts to achieve it. Goddard taught that true, lasting change comes from changing your fundamental concept of who you are. This isn't always easy. We often have deeply ingrained beliefs about ourselves that we've held for years. These beliefs might have come from our parents, our early experiences, or our culture. But the good news is, just as we learn these beliefs, we can unlearn them and replace them with new, empowering beliefs. One of the most effective techniques for reshaping your self-concept is to imagine overhearing a conversation about yourself in your desired state. Close your eyes and imagine hearing friends or colleagues talking about how successful, wealthy, or accomplished you are. Really feel the pride and satisfaction of knowing they're talking about you. Hear them discuss your latest business success or how generous you've been with your wealth. Feel the joy of knowing that you've become the person you've always wanted to be. The more you practice this, the more your self-concept begins to shift. You start to see yourself as someone who is naturally successful and abundant. And when you truly see yourself this way, the outside world has no choice but to reflect that back to you. Another powerful way to change your self-concept is to write a detailed description of your ideal self. Who do you want to be? How does this person think, feel, and act? What are their habits, their values, their achievements? Write it all down in the present tense, as if it's already true. Read this description every day, feeling the truth of it in your bones. Remember, your self-concept isn't set in stone. It's a collection of beliefs that you've accumulated over time, and you have the power to change these beliefs. It might feel strange or uncomfortable at first to see yourself in a new way, but with persistence, your new self-concept will become natural and effortless. As you work on changing your self-concept, be patient and kind with yourself. This is deep, transformative work. You're literally reshaping your identity, and that takes time. Celebrate every small shift in how you see yourself. Notice when you catch yourself thinking or acting in alignment with your new self-concept. These moments are signs that your inner transformation is taking root. The beauty of changing your self-concept is that it changes everything else in your life. When you truly see yourself as worthy, capable, and abundant, you naturally start making choices that align with that self-image. You'll find yourself more confident in pursuing opportunities, more resilient in the face of challenges, and more open to receiving wealth and success. Remember, the world doesn't define you. You define yourself. And when you define yourself as the successful, abundant person you want to be, you set in motion a powerful shift that can transform every aspect of your life. This is the true power of Neville Goddard's teachings, the ability to recreate yourself from the inside out, and in doing so, to recreate your entire world. The revision technique, rewriting your past for a brighter future. One of Neville Goddard's most intriguing and powerful techniques is what he called revision. This isn't about denying or forgetting the past, but about imaginatively reshaping it to support your desired future. Goddard believed that time is fluid, and that by changing our memory of past events, we could change their impact on our present and future. Here's how it works. At the end of each day, take a few quiet moments to review the events of your day. If anything happened that you didn't like, or that doesn't align with your desires, imaginatively revise it. See it playing out differently in your mind, the way you would have preferred it to happen. Feel the satisfaction and relief of this new version of events. For example, if you had a difficult conversation with your boss about a raise, don't replay the actual conversation in your mind. Instead, imagine the conversation going exactly as you would have wanted it to. See your boss smiling, hear them agreeing to your request, feel the excitement and satisfaction of getting the raise you deserve. This technique isn't just about feeling better about the past. Goddard taught that by revising our memories, we actually change the energy we carry forward from those events. Instead of carrying forward frustration or disappointment, you carry forward confidence and success. This shifts your vibration and opens you up to more positive experiences in the future. You can also use revision to reshape your financial past. If you've had struggles with money, don't keep replaying those memories. Instead, revise them. See yourself making wise financial decisions in the past. Imagine your past self confidently handling money, investing wisely, and building wealth. Feel the satisfaction of having made these good choices. The power of revision lies in its ability to change your self-concept and your expectations. When you revise your past, you're telling your subconscious mind a new story about who you are and what you're capable of. This new story then becomes the foundation for your future experiences. Neville Goddard was clear that manifesting your desires isn't about a one-time visualization or a quick fix. It requires persistence and unwavering faith. This is where many people stumble in their manifestation journey. They try visualizing for a few days, don't see immediate results, and give up. But Goddard taught that true transformation takes time and consistent effort. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust in the process, water it regularly, and know that in time it will sprout. Similarly, when you plant a seed in your imagination, you need to nurture it with consistent attention and trust that it will manifest in its own time. Persistence means continuing to live from the end, feeling the reality of your desire, and maintaining your new self-concept even when your current circumstances don't yet reflect your desire. This can be challenging, especially when faced with contrary evidence in your physical reality. But this is where the real power of Goddard's teachings lies. Faith in Goddard's teachings isn't about believing in something outside yourself. It's about having complete confidence in the power of your own imagination. It's about trusting that what you've imagined and felt as real must, by law, manifest in your physical reality. To build your persistence and faith, start small. Choose a minor desire and practice Goddard's techniques consistently until you see it manifest. These small successes will build your confidence and strengthen your faith in the process. As you see results, you'll naturally want to persist in your practice. Remember, manifesting big dreams like financial abundance often requires a complete shift in your consciousness. This doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself and enjoy the journey of becoming the person who naturally attracts wealth and success. It's natural to have doubts when you start practicing these techniques. Your logical mind might resist, telling you it's just daydreaming or wishful thinking. You might have moments where you wonder if this really works, especially if you don't see immediate changes in your life. Goddard taught that these doubts are just part of the process. He encouraged people to acknowledge their doubts, but not to dwell on them. Instead, gently bring your attention back to your desired end, feeling it as real. One way to overcome doubts is to remind yourself of times in the past when your imagination has created your reality. Maybe you've worried about something and it came true, or you've confidently expected something good and it happened. These experiences show you the power of your imagination. Another powerful way to stay motivated is to keep a manifestation journal. Write down all the times, big and small, when you've seen evidence of your imaginal acts manifesting in reality. This could be as simple as imagining a parking spot and finding one, or as significant as imagining a job opportunity and having it appear. Reviewing this journal regularly will boost your faith and motivation. Remember, every great achievement in history started as someone's imagination. The phone you might be reading this on, the chair you're sitting in, the building you're in, all of these were once just ideas in someone's mind. By practicing Goddard's techniques, you're tapping into this same creative power that has shaped our world. As we wrap up our exploration of Neville Goddard's wisdom, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible power you hold within you. You are not just a passive observer of your life, but an active creator of your reality. Your imagination, combined with your feelings and persistence, has the power to reshape your world. Your imagination creates your reality. Feeling is the secret to manifestation. Live from the end, embodying your desire now. Change your self-concept to change your life. Use revision to reshape your past and future. Persist in your practice and have faith in the process. These teachings aren't just theoretical concepts. They're practical tools that you can start using right now to create the wealth and success you desire. Begin today by choosing one area of your life you want to improve. Use your imagination to create a vivid scene implying this improvement has already happened. Feel the reality of it. Live from that place of accomplishment. Revise any contradictory past experiences. And most importantly, persist in this practice. Remember, change may not happen overnight, but with consistent practice, you'll start to see your outer world aligning with your inner vision. You'll notice new opportunities appearing, your confidence growing, and your financial situation improving. Embrace your role as the creator of your life. Trust in the power of your imagination, and step boldly into the abundant, successful future you've imagined for yourself. Your journey to wealth and manifestation begins now, within the limitless realm of your own mind.